Welcome back to a brand new Witness Trips video. Today we have our next installment in the series of best cards in a set under $10. We actually went out of order by accident. For some reason I thought X and Y came after Sun and Moon. I was wrong, so I skipped over Sun and Moon completely. Nobody noticed in the comments, but we are now here to do the best Sun and Moon cards under $10. This will allow you guys to get some cheaper cards, especially the market being the way it is, although it is calming down a bit now, so that's always good to see. So we will just get right into it. As you can see, I have a lot of tabs to go through. Starting off strong with Sun and Moon base set, we have this Umbreon GX. Obviously, everybody loves Umbreon, and what you guys will notice is a lot of these are going to be GX cards. This is when they were messing around with GX. It's basically just EX. And yeah, there's a lot of full arts. Not till the end do we really see like full arts that look like Sword and Shield full arts. But we got a lot of cool GX full arts in this era, as well as the introduction of tag teams. So we will get to those fairly shortly. But also from Sun and Moon base, we have this cool Espeon card. The evolutions always get really good cards, and they always are done well. This one's super awesome. I love any purple card. So that one's going to make the list. And just $4. One just sold for 2 damaged. I mean, who knows how damaged it was, but, well, I guess they don't really show. Moving on to Guardians Rising. I tried to pick some cards from Sun and Moon that I don't really, like, mention often. There is a Charizard or two, I think, in here, and there is some 151s, but Drampa is one that doesn't get mentioned often. It just looks kind of silly. I don't know. This is like a $3 or $4 card, and I just think he looked silly, so I wanted to put him in here. And then, of course, Evolution. They do the Evolutions well. Sylveon looks absolutely amazing. And this one's only $10. I mean, this is a card that if it came out now, I feel like would be worth a lot of money if they just made it like a full art without the GX. Like, but back in the day, the Sun and Moon era, not a little bit slept on. It's only $10. Moving on to Burning Shadows, we have a $4 Machamp card that I think is pretty cool. They have a lot of like the video game vibe going with these cards, including the next one, which I'll just go to right now. This Ho-Oh. It gives me a little bit of the video game vibe, but nonetheless, it's really cool. I mean, this has got the fire going everywhere. This is super awesome. I love this card. Moving on to Shining Legends, we have a very cool Entei full art. Still not a super huge fan of like we got the blue outline going on with Entei, but hey man, it is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers, right? And also with Shining Legends, a very cool full art Mewtwo card. As you guys know, I love Mewtwo cards, and one of my favorite Pokemon of all times. This 5-band graphics, I am a little curious about them, so maybe we can check them out and see what exactly they're known for. Okay, so it looks like oh, they still do. Okay, they do SV the Scarlet Violet promos. Okay, so this like yeah, they make these are like video game S cards. Oh, okay, I like these cards. I do like these shiny what are these from Paldean Fates or something? Oh, this is a promo. Okay. These are all promos. What am I saying? These are all promos. Every single one of these is a promo. But yeah, I mean they make some pretty cool cards it looks like. They've got some coming up. It looks like Gloria Team Rocket. They made this Moltres, so they got the blue outline on the Moltres. Yeah, I don't really get. I mean, obviously I get it makes it pop, but yeah, it's interesting. Oh, they did the Lily's Clefairy, they did the Iona's Belly Bolt. All right, very cool. Moving on to Crimson Invasion, or was I already on Crimson Invasion? I'm not sure, but I got this cool Gyarados card. There's some major destruction being caused, as he usually is. And then a Guzzlord, another card that we don't usually hit often, but for some reason Sun and Moon has a lot of Guzzlord cards. I'm assuming it's because Guzzlord came out in Sun and Moon, but still, they gave him a lot of cards. It's interesting. Also from Crimson Invasion, this Alolan Executor card I thought was pretty cool. Executor's a pretty cool Pokemon. I don't know how I feel about the Alolan part of him. They throw him in Pokemon Go a lot. He's just taller. I don't know. But nonetheless, we will move on to Ultra Prism, which has this very cool Dialga card. It also has a Palkia card that's similar, but I ended up picking the Palkia card for the next set. This Glaceon card is just $5. Again, the evolutions get done well, and if these were released now, they would be worth so much more money. So go get a $5 version of a very nice looking card, if I do say so myself. Moving on to Forbidden Light, we have this very sick Greninja card. Greninja is obviously a guy that is not underrated. He has some very awesome cards, and I love this card because of just how the water is moving all around. He's sort of doing his ninja thing, and I think it's pretty sick. Palkia card pretty much goes with the Dialga card exactly from that last set, so I think that's pretty cool. Just mirror cards with two of the coolest legendaries of my time, personally. And then from Celestial Storm, we have this Blaziken card. Blaziken doesn't get a whole lot of love. He has a couple of cool full arts, but I would definitely love to see some more Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4 starter cards, because obviously those are my favorites. But yeah, this is a very, very cool card nonetheless. Also from Celestial Storm, the Celestial Storm himself, Rayquaza. This is a very, very cool one. Not too much to say about this one. You can get it for $6. That's a steal. And last but not least, we have an Articuno card. I mean, that just looks so sick. He's landing on something. He's slowing down, putting his wings out to land on something or someone. And again, $5 for that card. That's a steal. Moving on to Dragon Majesty. This is a very small set, so there aren't really many cards in it. But I just wanted to throw this Dragonite card in here. It's about $10. You can find it for cheaper, or you can find it for more. And then this Salamence card that I thought was pretty cool. This 5-band graphic seems to have made a lot of these cards, so they all look a little similar. You might want to have some sort of collection with these type of cards. I think it'd be pretty cool to have a couple pages of these GXs. And then last but not least, from this collection, we've got Reshiram, one of my more recent favorite legendaries. So I think this one looks pretty cool. Again, just $4. If you see these at your local card shop, definitely a good pickup. Moving on to Lost Thunder, we got the Rainbow for the first time here. We got a Macargo GX card. Uh, kind of just a funny guy, like evolves from Slugma, like kind of just a funny Pokemon. Slugma's always been a funny one. I don't have to say anything more about that. Little $10 card, and then a Suicune. Obviously, very cool Pokemon. Does not get a lot of love until Crown Zenith, but very cool indeed. Moving on to team Up. This one was hard because Team Up is a very expensive set. It's one of the best sets from this era, and people love that set because it has some very expensive cards in it. This Ampharos, however, is only $10, and I think he's a cute little guy doing a little wave or something. He's got something going on. Um, and then this Mr. Mime, I just thought this was funny. Everybody hates Mr. Mime, but it's a funny card, and it's one of the only cheaper cards in this set. Because if you look into this set, we're looking at $1,400 raw cards. The Latios tag team Lovebirds. This is crazy. This set is crazy, and to even some of the other ones like this is a $273 card. I mean, it's crazy. There's also another small set just called the Detective Pikachu set that came out when the Detective Pikachu movie came out. This is a cute little card. I don't know. It's Pikachu. There's really nothing in this set. If you look at it, like I think a pack is like $8. So just get a pack, I guess, and then you can get all these cards. Like there's no full arts or anything. The Pikachu card's okay. I mean, the Mewtwo card's kind of goofy looking because Mewtwo was kind of goofy looking in that movie. Um, but moving on to Unbroken Bonds, we have one of the only one of the only tag team cards you can get for under $10. There's like three, I think, in all of Sun and Moon that don't cost more than $10, and Muck and Alolan Muck are one of them. And it's not a bad card. They look kind of weird, but it's not a bad card for sure. So if you want a tag team card for under $10, this is one of them. I think another one in Unbroken Bonds is like Guzzlord and someone, which again, Guzzlord got so many cards. And I saw this cool little Persian card. Another card doesn't get a lot of love. And then of course a very cool Blastoise card. Always got to show love to the OGs. And that's just coming in at $7. Another tag team that we have from Unified Minds is this Rowlet and Alolan Executor. I think this card's super underrated. It's only $9, and I mean this is one of the cooler artworks they have from this set. I really like the art style of this, and of course Rowlet is not a character or a Pokemon that gets a lot of love, so definitely a great tag team card to pick up. And I also had to throw in a Jirachi. We love Jirachi on this channel. Everyone knows that. Some of the OG hits on this channel were Jirachi related, and this one goes for $5. Hidden Fates, there's always something with the Fates, and there's always a Charizard. So I think we got we didn't see a Venusaur card, did we? Oh well. Well, we got a Charizard. Um, how there's always a cool Charizard card, right? And this one is actually only $6. So if you want a cool Charizard card that isn't too expensive, this one's only $6. I also threw in a Turtonator. The more I look at this card, the more I don't like it, but I threw it in there originally because it's shiny, and I wanted to just pick one of the shinies. This set also just has a ton of shiny, like regular shiny cards. I know people call them like mini baby shinies. Like these are all such cool cards that you can get. Um, the Gibble shiny, we got the Curlia shiny, we have the Altaria shiny. Like these are all such cool cards. You really can't go wrong with anything in this set. I'd recommend just opening some for yourself because these are super cool. I mean, the Raw shiny, that's another one that's super cool. Just a $3 card. I just think any shinies are always fun. Some people don't think the same about shinies, but I do. So if you're a shiny guy, open some Hidden Fates. I have no idea how much these cost. Probably a lot, because it also does have these very cool cards like the Espeon and the Mewtwo. Yep, an ETB is $240. That's ridiculous. A booster pack is 40 bucks. All right, good luck. Last but not least, we have Cosmic Eclipse. This is right before Sword and Shield, and I think they started dabbling in the trainer thing, or like the Galarian Gallery, just to see if people liked them. So we got this Vileplume GX, as well as this Gallade that sort of have the trainer thing going on. This just looks like a Sword and Shield card. I don't know why this is in Cosmic Eclipse, but it is. But these are some very, very cool cards. Like I said, this is literally just a Sword and Shield card. But for $6, you can make it yours. And that is the last one I have. Like I said, Cosmic Eclipse was the most recent one. That also has some very cool team up cards. Like, that is insane, right? But that one's $300. So that's not what you came to this video for. But if you do pick any of these up, please let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for the next one, let me know and I will check it out. Anyways, I will see you guys on Friday. My name is Witness. Peace out.